Welcome everybody, my name is Nick Griffen and I am here to give you 3 picks for this Sunday's FireKeepers Casino 400 at Michigan. So, let's dive into today's NASCAR Daily Action Picks. For pick number 1, I am diving into the top 10 market and I am going with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at 3.5 to 1 at DraftKings to get that top 10 finish. What I really like about Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is how well he has performed at similar tracks to Michigan this year. Similar tracks are the 2-mile Auto Club Speedway, Michigan is 2 miles, the 1.5-mile intermediate tracks of Kansas and Charlotte, plus we can use the Texas All-Star Race. Those are higher speed intermediate tracks like Michigan, and the 2.5-mile flat track of Pocono. While I don't like the flatness of Pocono as much to compare to Michigan, it still does have some similarity in that they're both high horsepower tracks, so that does have a little bit of influence. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has finished top 10 at Auto Club Speedway, top 10 at Kansas, top 10 at Charlotte. His only non-top 10 was at Pocono in points-paying races. In the All-Star race at Texas, he did transfer from the Open into the main event, so he's done overall pretty well at these tracks. I have a new metric called Field Level Adjusted Green Speed, which is essentially just taking each driver's healthy car speed and comparing it to the rest of the field that had healthy cars at the time. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. comes in well above median in the 17th position at these tracks, which means all it takes is a little bit of attrition and some good hard racing for him to finish inside the top 10. For pick number 2, I am going with Joey Logano at -115 to finish ahead of Kevin Harvick in this head-to-head matchup. What I'm really angling here is I'm mostly just fading Kevin Harvick. He does not show well in my new flags metric this week. Kevin Harvick is actually below median. He was slow at Auto Club Speedway. He wasn't very fast at Kansas or Charlotte or in the All-Star race. Only Pocono was his saving grace, but it's the track that I consider to be the least like Michigan. So Kevin Harvick just appears very slow in my metric, below median, where Joey Logano shows up around the 14th place, so definitely well above median. Joey Logano ran really well at Auto Club Speedway, and he's been okay enough at Kansas and Charlotte. He was very good at the Texas All-Star race, and he was okay at Pocono. Overall, still better than Kevin Harvick though. Both of these drivers have great track history at Michigan, so when it's really hard to separate their track history, I'm going to go with the driver that's been faster this year at the relevant tracks. So give me Joey Logano -115 over Kevin Harvick. And as always, pick number 3 is my bet to win the race. I'm taking Kyle Busch at +725. You can find that at PointsBet. Kyle Busch shows up as number 1 in my flags metric. He gets the checkered flag this week. He has been fast everywhere. I will say I am not using Auto Club Speedway for Kyle Busch because that team had overheating issues, causing them to lose a significant amount of horsepower. They've since fixed that issue. At Kansas, he arguably could have won that race. His brother Kurt Busch beat him to the win, but he definitely had, if not the best car, at least the second best car. At Charlotte, he dominated the early portion of the race, leading 36 of the first 44 laps before a spin out as Daniel Suarez tried to pass him, cost him speed for the rest of the race. But when he was healthy, he had a good healthy car, he was one of the fastest on track. Same with Texas. He was dominating the All-Star race, leading every lap until he blew a tire while leading the race. Finally, at Pocono just 2 races ago, Kyle Busch again arguably the best car on the track. So if we look at all the similar tracks, he's clearly number 1 so far this year. So give me the driver that's been the best at the relevant tracks this year at +725. That's going to do it for this week's NASCAR Daily Action Picks. Be sure to tune in next week as we go back to Richmond for the second time this year for one of the last races of the regular season.